What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Vic coming at you from Global Sneakers. You listening to Global Talk. Catch us every Monday. We'll be talking about sneakers industry, trying to get some special guests in here. Let's get it, y'all.
Make sure y'all tune in. We are having all the guests, and we are doing giveaways through the podcast too, man.
It's your boy Drew 2YC. You know, you're listening to our podcast where we talk about knowledge, the sneaker culture, talk about the game, you know how it goes. Global Talk every Monday. So y'all tune in.
Hey, you already started?
Oh shit!
What is good, everybody?
Okay.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boys, Global Sneakers here, man. It's your boy Global Isaiah.
It's your boy Drew, Global Sneakers, man. We out here, man, doing our live podcast. I interrupted you, bro. My bad. What's up, man? Your boy Vic here at the store, man. Y'all see different scenery and shit.
Hey, man, we had some.
Hey,
we had some after store
hours, man. We had some madness, man. We had some shoppers coming in, man. Shout out to them. Let's get it. Let's get into this podcast.
We got
we got a special guest. Further ado, let's introduce him. Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Rody_OG. You can follow me on Instagram. Y'all can come to our shop. We sell unlocked devices, $80 down on any device you want.
He got straight to the point.
Yeah, make some beads. Check us out. I'm here supporting the boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got the new fit. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about this today. We'll save the best conversation for
We'll
that.
talk about it a little bit later, but most definitely. Thank y'all for dribbling.
Yeah, no,
today.
for sure, bro. Well, first things, bro, I appreciate you.
We got the we got the plug here, man. We got the cell phone plug. We got the beat plug, man. We got. If y'all need some, my boy right here.
Let me know.
The hookup right here, the deal, sir.
Man, but I mean, let's get straight into it, bro. I mean, how like what kind of like interested you at first to like kind of pursue like not a career, but you know something you like, bro? What is a passion that you first chose and started getting onto, and you were like, you know what, I'm gonna make this my full career, bro.
Instead of looking at it like a hobby.
Yeah, instead of looking at it.
Okay.
Hey, well, yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Right.
What's
Go
one
ahead.
of your hobbies
Like,
that you kind of took?
So, like as far as the beats and stuff.
Nah, I mean anything, bro.
Anything.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
I think or anything like
I think
that,
just like personally with the whole beats and stuff. I think what had a huge influence on me. Well, at the beginning was just mainly like my uncle playing the drums, and then my dad actually buying me a drum set.
You play the drums?
Yeah, that's how I like kind of got into the beats. The beats didn't come till later, like until like I found
That was just a startup.
Yeah, bro, like music's always, been in my family or whatever, and then yeah, bro, just recently I would say like a good 4 or 5 years. I mean, in high school I always messed around, right, on the phone making beats or whatever on some little bullshit apps, and then I would see I remember there was like a MTV Cribs episode with Little John and the East Side Boys.
Yeah.
And they had a studio in their house, and I was like, hey, that's badass. Like because growing up Mexican, right, you see people playing in bands, live instruments and shit. But
La banda.
yeah, las bandas and all that, right?
Mariachi, stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. So I never really was like, hey, how the hell do they make these songs? I thought somebody was dead ass playing some instruments, and then just that really, it was always just a hobby, really just trying to get good at it. It sucked for the longest. It was never really good until COVID hit. Thank you, COVID. Nah, that's fucked up. But
No, it was a wake up. It's fact.
I mean, it was.
Bro, I feel like for a
honest,
lot of people, it's thank you, COVID.
Thank you, COVID, right? But I mean, for the people that lost people and all that, like that's where the messed up things. It's a lot of messed up things for a lot of people, right? But COVID definitely took an impact on the. I mean, I know my life, a lot of people, others' lives, in a negative and in a positive way. I know a lot of people out of COVID started businesses, because we had nothing else to do, bro. Everything was closed. We might have been employed by somebody or a company, and COVID just kind of made you, hey, you gotta go out there and kind of get it. So when COVID hit and we were in quarantine, I was selling shoe cleaner, bro, and we took one of the computers from the shoe cleaner kiosk, and I downloaded this thing called FL Studio, and then I just started, messing with it. And at first, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was sitting there clicking buttons, and
Until you got the hang of it. Huh?
Until I got the hang of it, bro, and then I just, got better and better, and I got to the point where people started buying beads. You guys kind of, you guys supported a lot with
If
buying
you guys
beads.
don't know, we use all our beats. Rody is the one that made the beats that we use in our videos.
Yep.
For
the
appreciate
podcast
that.
intro,
So,
for the YouTube intros, all that shit.
Hell yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys for that.
Hell yeah.
But then yeah, so it's it's a little bit better. I got people started kind of like saying, hey bro, I like these beats, let me get a beat here. haven't got a huge placement yet, and hopefully I might not, you know. But it's something that I enjoy. I definitely got my money back from a lot of the equipment that I put my money into. So that's already a plus.
So there's no loss already here. You can't lose.
There's no loss, bro. There's
you already can't lose.
It was a game, even if
you know what I'm saying.
money
And
on
even
it.
if you did, like I said, what did you
It's
learn? You learned
like, bro, so
experience.
Yeah, bro. It's an
You know what I'm saying?
experience.
There was no loss in this.
I got to learn a new. I say hobby still because hobby. People call hobbies like things that you enjoy to do on the side, right? But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hobby to me, but I think thankful enough, I sometimes get to make some money off of it, and hopefully get to keep making money off of it. But that's not the main purpose, man. The main purpose on that is just having people just listen to it, man. Just
Right,
listen
it's
to
real
the
humbling,
beats.
bro.
Yeah,
it's
I
real
mean,
humbling that somebody can listen to your beat and be like, I like that. And then, to be honest, bro, a lot of the reasons, because you know what I'm saying, like when we got together to know about your beats, we were actually at a podcast fest, and then Isaiah said, well, he had already mentioned you made beats, and I'm like, yeah, bro, fuck. I was like, let's do it. And then when he played some beats, bro, we're like, well, let's buy some beats. But I was like, why buy one? I was like, what are we gonna do with one beat? Like, you know what I'm saying? How many beats we ended up getting with you? 15?
Yeah, like
15, 18
pack,
beats,
yeah.
whatever, right? And I asked Gilbert, I'm like,
you guys
how
were
many?
actually my biggest sale up to date.
Hey, bro, and
15
we don't
beat pack.
plan on being, you know what I'm saying, bigger, bro, as we go.
Yeah.
Support us, support you.
Absolutely.
But no, what I was saying though is like, so I remember like 15 beats in the period of time. I mean, I kind of feel like it's a lot. And I asked Gilbert, and I was like, bro, how many beats we have left, or have we not used? Like about 4. I was like, damn. I was like, we really used all his beats like that, like, you know what I'm saying? So
time to go get
that's
some
the reason
more.
why I was really like, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't just get one beat, because what are we gonna do
get a
with one
few,
beat?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get a few, and then and I thought 15 was pretty good, but now.
And the good thing about his beats too, it was like a range of beats. So it was we had kind of beats for like every kind of occasion, like every kind of video. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like his beats just fit perfect with not only our videos, but kind of like our personality
Right,
as well.
exactly. No, yeah, that's fucking true, because like bro, your beat, we've had the chance, found the beats that go perfect with every video, and I think that's freaking dope.
That's badass.
So we'll talk to you mentioned, obviously you talked about what you do. You started talking about started selling cell phone plans and shit
yeah,
here,
of
bro.
course.
Don't try to sell me, man. I got a phone, bro. I'm
look,
good. I got a phone.
Hey, look.
You don't try to sell me, all right?
Look,
but I respect the hustle,
I'll
though.
sell water to a well.
Yes,
It's all
sir.
good.
I like that.
You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Respect the hustle.
But like, I already got a phone. But like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make that clear.
You need a new one.
But I need a new one too, fam. But I want to talk about. So you obviously, what do you do here exactly, right? You sell phones. You sell phones with services.
So,
Like, do you just sell phones and services?
no, we
Like,
sell. I mean, it's a range of things, right? So, shout out to R&R Wireless. That's the company that I work.
Right.
I don't want to say work for because I work with, right? My friend Mark, which I'm blessed to have in my life, right? He started out of COVID. Another thing.
Facts.
So out of COVID, he wanted to start his company, and we've always, I mean, growing up, I mean, that's kind of what we grew up onto, right? It's just selling phones at T-Mobile, you know, different companies or whatever. You can block that out.
For as long as I can remember, bro, I think I have seen. I think I met you. I think I met you at
selling phones.
selling
Yeah,
phones.
man. I mean, it's always been the kiosk life, bro.
So-
It's always been go out there and get it. And my boy Mark, he wanted to start his own company, so you know, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, man, do you want to come work? I'm about to start this new thing," and that's been my main source of income. You know, I get to sell phones to sometimes to people that like, I mean, you know, the Hispanic community. Sometimes they might not have the socials. You know, there's a lot of immigration things going on, right?
Right.
Not all of us are blessed.
It's a hassle to get a fucking phone.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's a hassle to get
Fucking hassle.
anything now.
Well, I feel like back then was worse though.
It was worse
Now
back
it's
then, bro.
I feel like it's more lenient.
It's a little bit easier.
And I only
now.
know this because I was also in the cell phone. Well, I mean, that's where I met you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll clued that I have a little bit of knowledge.
So yeah, man, we get to get cell phones for people that might have a little bit harder time trying to get them on contracts. You know, we finance phones at very little down payments. You know, a lot of the times somebody might not have the capital to go and say, hey, man, here's $500 to get a iPhone 13 or whatever, right? So we give people the availability to be able to finance them at low cost. You know, small payments, things like that. And we kind of freed ourselves from working for the man, right? So now we're working for ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have, like you guys, man, we don't have nobody down our throats saying, hey, bro, you got to be here and you got to hit this quote. I mean, of course, we have quotes that we want to hit because we want to progress and we want to keep going. But that's what we're doing right now, man. You know, it's all been sales. if you want to get a phone, we sell the devices, mainly unlocked devices. People tend to come to a company that go to like T-Mobile or just an individual carrier and say, oh, I want to get a phone, but I can only get it for this carrier.
Exactly.
So we free them up, and you're able to use our phones on any company. We provide people with prepaid service from AT&T prepaid. Other carriers as well. The main one being that. With no contracts, just go in there, say, I want to get a prepaid, I want to get a plan. Bam, there you go. Literally 5 minutes of my time, they get a month of service. You know what I mean?
Do you I have a question. In this business,
Yeah.
do you buy and sell?
Yeah, of course, man.
Funny. So it kind, because we do that.
It's very,
we buy and sell.
very,
You see what
very
I'm saying?
similar to this. It's like
we don't trade. Do you trade phones?
we take trade-ins. We don't
Wow,
trade
crazy.
straight up. I mean, we take trade. I mean, depending on the phone too. I mean, if you bring us a brand new iPhone, one newer, then yeah. I mean, if you want a Samsung or something of equal value, then yeah.
Right.
Sometimes we do straight up trades, but we try to stay away from that. I mean, the goal is to, of course, put ourselves in the position to be able to get you a phone at a discount with your trade-in, and and us still be able to have that phone and sell it, or we might not. Sometimes we don't even sell it, right? Sometimes there might be a part on that device that we need for another device, or a customer's phone broke and they bring it in.
Right.
And they're like, hey, Rody, hey, Mark, or whoever's working at the store that day, I need to fix my screen. And as opposed to, buying some little cheap part from anywhere else, we might dissect another device, So we do accept the trade-ins. It's a very important part of the business, right? Because, I mean, it kind of keeps it going, right? You don't want to, got to try to save the earth a little bit. So you don't want to just get these phones and throw them out. I mean, at the end of the day, these have chemicals, these have batteries. You don't have to waste it all the way, right? Definitely the trade-ins.
Saving the.
I mean, we have to. We have to put it apart.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
at the end of the day, right?
Not like.
But it's kind of one of those things where like the average person wouldn't even think
Yeah.
of it,
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
a lot
it's
of.
not-
I
I'm
don't
not-
think they
I'm
don't
not
keep that
saying-
in
I think
mind.
it's
More than the
Yeah.
average that wouldn't think of it.
But to be
like,
honest, for you as a business person to kind of think that way,
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of puts your business apart from any other.
Well, yeah, I'm
other
not.
business
I mean, of
that-
course, my first thought
You're
is not.
looking
Oh, I
for
need to save
perfection.
them. I need
Yeah.
to. I don't. My first thought is not. I need to save the earth by saving this phone. No, I mean, I'm just thinking about it like, hey, at the end of the day, think about it like this, right?
But that's
Either-
what I'm saying. Like, there's oil companies that will just dump their oil in the ocean. Like,
Yeah,
they don't
man,
care.
there's-
I
Instead
think
of
that you haven't even discovered how fucking how you're thinking
Yeah, I mean, and it's
next
just,
level.
It's
shit.
just little things like that, right? I mean, you're right. I mean, I didn't think about it that deep into it, but I mean, it's just a thought, right? I guess I use that as for a customer to trade in their device, because a lot of people, you
right.
might-
That's not your goal, but you know what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. though.
they'll come in and like they'll get a new phone, and then I'll ask them, what are you going to do with that device that you have? And a lot of people, I mean, if you think about it, man, they'll just keep the phone in their little drawer for years.
That's true, because that's what I do with my iPhone 6. Like, I have no use for it.
Yeah, no use for it. You're saying that, right? But what if? Okay, so you don't have any use for it. But what if you did, bro? What if one day you need $100? You need $60.
Right.
You have that
trade
iPhone
it
6
in,
in the drawer that you were using. We give back. You give back some money for it. As opposed for it just to sit there.
So now I know who to go to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you differentiate yourself from all these T-Mobile, Verizon, anybody?
I think
Cricket, which
us,
I think
us
like what's-
personally, it's. I mean,
I
it's-
don't want to hear about plans. You know, because
No, of course.
everybody
I mean,
always has a
it's-
better plan.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the
I just want to
plans.
know, like,
I mean, the
specifically,
plans.
how do you defer your how is you know what I'm saying?
I would
what you're
say-
How's
doing
your
and-
business different? From
I would say the way we run things is just it's more of thank you, bro. It's more of the actual consumer friendly, as opposed to you might go into a T-Mobile store or into AT&T, any carrier, right? I'm just saying these companies because that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But you might go into these stores and they're like, oh, I just want to sell.
Right.
I don't care about this customer, right? I mean, we approach it as like, hey, we actually care about you. Like, I'm
And
not
take
gonna
care of you.
I want you to come back. Right. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm sure it's the same thing here, right? You guys want the customer to come back. So you're not just going to, hey, I'm going to sell you a phone. Yeah, you get a little quick $500, $600 out of the phone, and then you never see the customer again, right? I'm not trying to set myself up for that. I'm trying to set myself up for, hey, I'm going to treat you right, and I'm going to give you the best deal that I can on the device that you want. And I'll keep drumming phone. On the device that you want, and
they come in,
do you have-
and they end up coming back.
every
Yeah,
year.
I do. They end up coming back, right? Just off the simple fact that we actually treat them like a person, as opposed to a little guinea pig that you're coming into my store and I'm trying to take the coins out of your little bank or whatever. That's not the whole point, Of course, we get to earn money, so it's why would you set yourself up for one deal when if you treat somebody right, if you you know, if you do the right thing, these customers keep coming back, and they have somebody that they can trust, as opposed to, you know, I have a lot of the times that people come, hey man, I went to the store and they had everything that I wanted, but they didn't make me feel good about the purchase. They made me feel like they just wanted me to buy it and get out, you know?
Right.
I feel like everybody goes into like not just like a sneaker store or like a phone store, but you know, like any kind of store, but they already kind of go in themselves thinking like, oh, I want to buy something, but they just need that kind of extra push.
Yeah, they need
to
that
be
little
like,
push,
oh,
right?
Well, to
And-
be honest, they need that person to kind of convince them. That way they can
Yeah.
kind of feel good and be like, oh, well, this will be useful in this, and
Yeah,
this
I mean,
other way.
you got to give people different
them
ideas
feel
on,
good about their
yeah,
purchase,
of course, man. I mean, just simply because, I mean, like I said, you want them to come back, right? So if you treat them good, if you get them what they want at the price they want, I mean, not only the price matters a lot, of course. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's the sales. And the customer's going to buy based off what the cheapest product
What they can
is.
afford.
Or what they can afford, exactly.
Budget, yeah.
So I'm not. I mean, a lot of people they might come into the store and say they might want the newest and greatest and the best thing, right? But they can't afford it, right? So I'm not gonna sit there and try to sell you the most expensive thing in our store. I'm gonna pair you up with what
you
I mean,
need.
based
Budget,
off
yeah.
of the
Budget.
information that you're giving me, you know, something that's gonna really fit you. And again, back to the financing, right? There's a lot of times where people go and finance anything. I mean, it can be something as simple as a car, you know, and they end up getting screwed over because they don't get explained. They don't
read the fine print.
they don't read the fine print, or not even that they don't read the fine print, but the person doesn't explain it to them all the way, right? So what I like to do is with all my customers is actually like take the time to really tell them like, hey, look, this is how it works. This is how the best way to purchase it, you know, and kind of give them the heads up, as opposed to like not telling them anything and getting them to sign real quick on the contract, you know.
Yeah, because I feel like most people, like most salespeople, they just give like kind of like the basic, just like an overview.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of go into detail and be like, well, if you do this, this, and this, it'll be
it'll be
purchase.
more
Yeah.
beneficial to you because you. I mean, one, it's your credit, right? Two, it's a purchase. You're making a purchase, right? So I'm gonna help you out to buy it out as best in this most affordable way as possible. And that way, maybe in 3 months, whenever your daughter or whenever your husband needs a phone, like, hey, remember those guys from R&R Wireless? They treated us good. Let's go back. And that's happened many times where customers come in, and it's not even that we're sitting there. I mean, of course, we post and we try to, you know, promote our business or whatever, but it's not like the returning customers are mainly just off of, hey, you guys helped me out a lot last time, and you told me how to buy it out. I'm here to finance another phone. So it's like, it's one of those things too. It's just setting yourself up for future deals and things like that, you know. And I take that helped me out in a lot of aspects, you know, like really negotiating and everything. Because we're consumers too at the end of the day, bro.
True.
You don't want to go buy a car, bro, and get screwed over on your car. You want to try to get the best deal possible, or at least feel good about the purchase that you're making, you know. So I try to push that way whenever, because I believe in karma, man. Karma comes back, most definitely, right? Well,
Good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad. Good and bad. So I try to, you know, put myself in good karma as well. Like, hey, if I do good by this customer, maybe whenever I'm trying to do this or when I'm trying to do that, you know, I get that same thing back, you know. And it doesn't always happen. I mean, it's not like, oh, if I do good
expect it,
today,
yeah.
you can't expect it, because it's going to be one of those things. But just things like that. I mean, I take that into life decisions as well, you know. I don't want to sit there and do people wrong when I know it's gonna come back at me, or, you know, whenever anything like that, right? So it's all really just a big life lesson, you know. It goes from the simplest thing, from you trying to sell somebody an object or a phone or a shoe, a sneaker, a basketball, to, you know, you're doing something good today for somebody. You pulled over and helped some old lady out that her tire popped, and guess what? Tomorrow you freaking hit the lottery or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but it has
karma.
a huge part. Yeah,
I hope it happens.
I hope it happens too. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's
It's
just
kind of
about
like
that.
just the way life works.
Yeah, bro.
If you could, I got a question for you. You mentioned, you know, taking a little bit back to your beats. That you know, your beats, you do it as a hobby, as a side job. Would you? I just gotta ask, right?
Yeah.
You would be willing to, like, if somebody came and offered you a whole beat position, would you leave that for what you do now?
Of course. I mean, you got to
heartbeat.
more than. I mean, not in a heartbeat, because again, it comes back.
stuff, though, yeah.
It comes back to negotiation, right?
Talk to me about what you mean by that.
Okay, so for example, right, like if somebody came to me today, like a major label, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a contract to make beats for our label exclusively, and this is what I'm gonna pay you. You know, this is what your deal is gonna be. you just have to take in consideration how much money am I making over here? Do I need to quit my job? You know, because sometimes it might not be the best idea to quit because you have to have some type of.
Sometimes like you can
still keep your job and still do those.
Yeah,
things.
man. I mean, you still have free time. I mean, of course, I would put the majority of my focus into that. I'm not saying that my focus isn't on it, but it'll be definitely a push to say, hey, you know what? Like, I need to take this, you know, really, really focus on this. So definitely take my focus onto that mainly. But I mean, if the deal's way better, then yeah, of course. I mean, I'll drop that in a heartbeat. One, because I mean, that's what I love to do. That's what I enjoy. You know, it's not only going to be
full time.
Yeah, now it's a steady income. Now it's become a something.
I feel like if you really chase your passion and you're blessed enough to be able to do that as a career and as you know, kind of like for the rest of your life, I feel like it doesn't even feel like you're even working.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just like I'm living my life. I'm chasing my passion.
Yeah,
doing what I like.
Doing what you like. You know, now you
work.
get to feed your kids.
Yeah, I feel like everything, bro, for real, and I feel like everything is already like what's supposed to happen is gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
feel like
there.
that too.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that you have
Like
to, you know,
everything happens
chase
for a
it
reason.
or happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
of course, you gotta put some.
You gotta put some work.
You gotta put some work.
You know
I mean,
what I'm
nothing
saying?
comes just
But
free-handed.
but I feel like that if it's there and if you know what I'm saying, and if it's
in
possible
your,
and it's in your hand, bro, I mean, I feel like things start to fall in place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all there for you.
Do you ever feel like one day you're chilling and you know you're having like kind of like I don't want to say like a breakdown, but you know you're just kind of thinking to yourself like, how am I gonna make it? How am I gonna do this and that? But then you know you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and you're not even thinking about how to solve a specific problem. But then out of nowhere you just think of like a solution.
Yep.
And you're like, bro, I wasn't even thinking about. So it's kind of like it kind of does make me kind of believe that you know everything's written, you know. So if a kind of like a thought like that pops up out of nowhere, you know, it's not for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you really look at these people, bro, that are really up there, right? That are like really, really up there, and we could talk celebrity rappers or anybody.
They always
players.
talking into existence.
Like and like everything that's happened to them, bro. Like if you really listen to their stories, bro, like, bro, I feel like there's some celebrities right now, bro, that had it worse than I do, and I feel like I've had it worse.
Yeah.
I feel like I was like, damn, bro, like shit, I didn't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, bro, because you know what I'm saying, like. I really didn't know where I was going with this, but I'm just saying, like, you know, with the whole celebrity shit.
I feel like every experience though is kind of
we all have a struggle.
Yeah. If you have a worse struggle than somebody else, your drive might be different, bro. Like
You
might be like,
I think that's
like-
very true.
That's
like
very
yeah,
true.
you went to school with two left shoes, but there was people that went to school with no shoes. You know what I'm saying? So
There's
it's like,
kids that had no
yeah,
feet.
that's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, there's people.
But and I just feel like
yeah.
it can get worse from that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so
Like
the grind,
true, man.
I feel like the grind hits everybody different. Everybody has like you always say, bro. Everybody has their why. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I feel like over time too, like your why changes as your life adapts. You know,
bro,
because your
because
changes.
today's struggle is not going to be tomorrow's struggle.
Exactly.
You know what
you
I
have
mean?
to have a different motivation, bro.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that likes to push yourself and likes to keep like self motivation going, then you should always find like a different thing to push you. every day.
Yeah, you should always want to have the problem, because the problem you're gonna, after you find a solution, if you can keep going there, because if that's what you're doing, then
And it kind of builds your confidence. Like
Exactly.
if you already solved this problem,
Confidence.
then
you would think eventually
different
your life
problem.
could get boring. I was like, man, I don't got no problems.
And it
you know
just
what I'm
leads to
saying? It can
to
get
more
boring.
If you don't
knowledge.
have problems, that's a problem.
Exactly. If you don't have problems, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's it's good. I like that.
I think that's very true, right?
Like my boy Biggie said, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
yeah, bro. That too.
I mean,
You know
the
what I'm
problems aren't going to...
Solve
Money
themselves
isn't going to
either.
solve your problems.
Money's not gonna
you
do
That
get-
is crazy though. Like you would think like, man, if I was able to pay my bills and still have money left over, then all my problems would be solved. But once you're at that point, there's
other problems start to emerge.
Exactly. There's problems that have nothing to do with money, but you're still going through them. So it's like,
Yeah.
I
man.
really thought money was gonna change my life, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody still goes through those everyday struggles, but
That's why you
I
gotta
feel
stay
like those
humble.
struggles are
You gotta stay humble.
Always.
It humbles. It not only humbles you, but it kind of builds your character, and
Yeah.
it kind of forms you to be the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
not everybody's the same person. Everybody has a different story. Like I said, everybody has a different grind. Everybody has a different passion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to be able to take like a kind of like struggle and to use that as motivation, I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of takes like a different kind of person.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like a lot of people would take a struggle and use that as like, you know, oh, I'm depressed because this is happening. But,
there's a lot
you know,
of people.
the next-
There's a lot of people that use their struggle as an excuse too.
Exactly,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. There's been times where I might be going through something, right? Like some type of struggle or anything, right? And there's been times where it just downs me, right? And I'm like, man,
It's emotions, bro. It's
nothing's
natural.
gonna happen
Ain't nothing you
right.
can do
I'm
about
always
it.
gonna,
Natural.
I'm always
Natural.
gonna be a fuck
Can't
up.
hide it.
I'm
It's a
always-
natural emotion that you got, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So, I mean, I think from everything, you just gotta stay positive, no matter
you have
what.
to like kind of click out of that mode and be like,
Yeah.
you know what, I can handle this problem with you know, with no problems. I can handle this quick if I really put my mind to it. But if I keep downing myself and if I keep saying that this problem is gonna keep bringing me down, then that's what it's gonna do.
You
Because I
could
feel like
also-
everything's mental, bro.
Right, you could also got to think like this. Even good things sometimes become a problem.
Exactly.
Even good
Hell
things.
yeah.
Too much of anything, I feel like
Too
that's
much
Too much of
anything.
anything, that can
That's
become a
bad.
problem. You got a
Chill,
cookie
chill,
place
Drew.
and you selling out cookie, you can't keep up. It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem. You see what I'm saying? Not one, not a couple. See what I'm saying, bro? So, bro, there's something that I wanted to bring up that you had mentioned, and I was like, bro, that's what
yeah,
we're
I
gonna
remember,
talk
yeah.
about. I want you to speak on it, bro. And yeah, go ahead. Start it. You
No,
remember?
no, you go ahead.
No,
No,
you-
it's your topic, bro. Go.
No, bro, because I honestly forgot. I feel like I know what you said, but I forgot.
he forgot, but he remembered.
I'll be
Okay.
honest, I kind of
But-
forgot, but I kind of
Right,
remember.
because
I kind of forgot, but I kind of remember.
So,
But it's I remember.
What is it? What does it say?
I remember. So it's the biggest thing, bro. It's like
what can it cost you? Yeah, the expensive.
It's like- there you go.
There you go.
I
remember
it's like
now.
like how much are you willing to invest in yourself?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Okay.
I feel like investing in yourself is the most important thing, because if you're not right in like the mental, then I don't.
You're
think
not gonna be right in the
3
physical
minutes.
anyway.
Yeah. I feel like if you're not right in your mental, you're not going in the path that you want to. You're going in the path
That you have to.
That you have to, exactly. Yes, sir. Because you know how a lot of Hispanic parents, I mean, you're Hispanic, so you kind of
Yeah.
understand, like, they always push for school. They always push for the guaranteed stuff. But
Yeah.
when it comes to taking a risk, you know, they're always doubtful. They're always, you know, they kind of, not kind of downplay your dreams, but, you know, they're saying,
They
like,
they want to take the secure route. I mean, you got to
secure
think
route,
about it,
yeah.
man. If we're Hispanic, right, you got to think about it from
their view.
From their view, right? I mean,
the parents' view.
they went through a different struggle than we did. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
They.
But I feel, but
We got 2 minutes.
I'm glad that you say that, bro, because I feel like since they went through that kind of struggle, they feel like we would go through that struggle as well, but
Yeah.
they don't
But
kind
that's
of.
They
what
want
they
better
that's,
for us.
that's what
They want better for
thought.
us.
Yeah,
They're
but-
looking at it like they have their plan, right? I mean, because
Yeah.
think about it. I mean, like with my son, right? You know, at the end of the day, I'm still a kid raising a kid, right? So I'm going through struggles daily with any. I mean, it can be.
But when
little-
you had your son, you kind of had a plan, like, oh, my son.
yeah,
is gonna be
you
this,
have
this, and
you
that.
have your
Yeah.
you have your vision of what you want your life and your son's life to come, or your kid's life to come out too, right? So maybe, I mean, what you're saying about our parents, I mean, a lot of our parents, I know, like my grandparents, man, they came over here mojados, bro. They came over here on a struggle, bro. They
Sorry,
came.
bro, I had to laugh.
I mean, no, it's,
No,
I mean,
no,
it's
I had
cool,
to-
bro. I
no, I
mean,
mean,
you know.
But yeah, I mean, do you think like even with your beats and stuff like that, like when you buy your equipment, do you think like investing in not only your passion but kind of like in yourself, like, because I feel like a lot of people do other businesses just for the money, not kind of thinking like the struggles that come with it, and I think that's the thing that you kind of wanted to talk about, but you
Exactly.
forgot. It's like say if something was say if something was to guarantee you money, but it stresses you out mentally, it wears you
Yes.
down mentally.
Yes.
Like if you're not happy running that business, do you think you would still do it, even if it brought you like so much cash, like even if the return was crazy, like it was guaranteed money? Would you still do it even if it caused you like that mental struggle, and it's kind of like something you don't even want to do in the first place, but just because it brings you that money, you're like, you know, because I mean, think about it, bro. I mean, the world revolves on money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere without, you know, that income. So do you think you would still do something if it brought you a good income, but it wasn't good for like
Your mental health.
you
or
yourself?
I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Whenever he mentioned
It does. But like,
what he mentioned, you were like, hey, bro, if somebody came to you and was like, hey, I want to do this.
right, yeah.
I think that has a lot of things to do with it. I mean, of course, there's a lot of things that we might do that we might not enjoy to the fullest, right? But it might be the only source of income, right, at that time. Now, if you're getting huge money from it and you have the availability to invest into something else, and you're getting headaches from your current project or from your current business, then yeah, you should definitely switch. I mean, I'm not saying let that business go all the way, but definitely like, hey, hire some people to handle that. That way you don't have to have that stress all the way.
I agree with that in certain things. I agree with that in certain things because like I feel like like Isaiah had introduced it, that I feel like some things that are so good, like going back to what we said, something's good can be bad, right? Good problems are bad. Like something good can be very expensive.
Yeah.
In a person, in a physical thing, or
in a mental thing. You got to think about your mental health. Mental health.
That's what I'm saying. Because
I feel like the most expensive thing is time.
Exactly.
So
you can't get that back.
So the more you kind of think yourself that it's causing you like a struggle,
right?
The more time it takes up, and
exactly
that's when it kind of gets expensive.
So what I'm saying though is like we open 10 global stores tomorrow, right? Yeah, they're gonna generate money.
Yeah, you're getting huge loads of money.
I feel like we hardly sleep now with one store. I mean, we get our, I feel like I get my 6 hours. How many hours you get?
To be honest, I get like about 4.
4. There you get what, 5, 6. Okay, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So 5, 6 hours. And yeah, the stores are good, but like, where are we gonna? If we hardly sleeping now, we're always like, bro, damn, fuck, oh, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's good, but how much bad is it gonna cost up here?
Yeah.
I feel like, so, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's people that, and this is for everybody too, bro. You know, people gotta understand that not always bringing something good in, and it's something good. Like you gotta know how much it's really gonna cost you, how expensive it is. How expensive it is to keep this guy in my friendship. How expensive it is to keep fucking, I don't know, we'll just use vaping or smoking cigarettes. How expensive is it? No, you know what I'm saying? But this people, bro, I was actually reading Fuzi Tube's comment, again, one of my favorite YouTubers, that he used to vape like 3 times a day. Like, I mean, he would go through 3 of those in a day, bro.
Damn, 3 of those
that's
in
what
a
I'm
day?
saying. One of them hoes asked me a good week too, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You got to understand, bro, you got to understand the things that you're doing and putting in yourself, and as well as investing in yourself. How much can that really fuck you up here? You see what I'm saying, bro? It could cost you your fucking peace. It could cost you
your mental health, man.
Yeah, getting home, bro, and just being mad at the entire world because you mad. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta I feel like that's what people gotta understand.
That's like, yeah, bro. I mean, I kind of feel you on that, but I kind of at the same time, it's like, if you put yourself in that situation, that's kind of on you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like, if there's like an addiction that you can't really help or whatever, like it should kind of be on you to be able to go out and
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Like, is this the right investment? No. Wait, exactly what you said is what. Maybe I just said it different, but that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, like you have.
It's kind of one of those things where like people try to prioritize other things over their well-being. You know what I'm saying? Like the example that you said. He was going through 3 of those a day. I'm pretty sure he prioritized that over him even making his videos, him even going to work out, him going to get his meal preps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of take that over, and it's like, oh, I'm only gonna focus on this. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do my vapes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where if you dig yourself in a hole that deep, you got to be able to get yourself out.
Exactly.
Or if not,
you dig that hole deeper.
Yeah.
No, bro. Exactly what you said. That's pretty much the message that I was trying to send out. But it's just like some people that I'm saying that are like going through it. It's time to think right now. Like right now is your to think. Like, bro, is this? You know what? I need to stop. You know what? I need it for real. Like never again. This is my last time, or this is the last time.
It's hard though.
And it's hard, bro.
Because
addiction is a real thing.
This is kind of tying into the store too, where it's like, we've hired some of our friends, so to be able to transition from a friendship to being like somebody that works for us,
right?
It's kind of hard to just switch from day to night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not something that's easy, but
right.
If you're ever able to get yourself out, then it's kind of one of those things where when he was talking about opening like a business during COVID, if you weren't successful during COVID, I feel like you're not gonna be successful at all, because that's when it really tests you to see if you're really able to handle those extreme situations.
Right.
Like if you're able to really put your business out there and move forward. Because they would think about it, bro. There was a lot of mainstream stores that closed. You know what I'm saying?
Bankrupt.
So bankrupt. To be able to be like a self-employed person, and to be able to say like, oh, I built this store, with my own 2 bare hands, and to be able to survive through COVID, that kind of tells something about.
I feel like COVID was definitely like a test. Like I feel like it did test and wake up a lot of people. I wouldn't say that if you're not doing anything now, though, I wouldn't that you're not gonna do anything at all going forward.
Oh yeah.
And then a reason why, because bro, just the other day, again, I was watching Gary Vee, and that fool said, "Bro, I don't even feel like I'm in my prime right now," and I'm like, "Damn, bro, this motherfucker old." He had
one thing about Gary Vee, not to cut you off,
No, go ahead.
But one thing about Gary Vee, bro, is he always says age is nothing.
Bro.
I don't care if you start at 45,
That's what I'm
50
saying.
years old.
Bro.
If you find the passion, one thing I'm a firm believer in is if you have one good year is the one that sets you like. If you have
Right.
one good year, bro, it's gonna, you're gonna blow up.
Fucking, he was like, I'm gonna hit my prime when I turn 90.
Yeah.
And then he was like, that's when I'm really finna go through it. And then he asked T-Pain, he's like, so I'm gonna be going through until I know how to walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But no, bro, it's real shit. Like, bro, that's one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you can. So there's people, right, that go to college. For example, I'll use this as an example. That go to college. And you know what I'm saying? They do within the regular period of time, 4 years to get their degree and they're done with, right? Any degree, let's just say you're going for your basics, 4 years, and you graduate, right?
You know what's actually cap, bro? They always say 4 years, but it usually takes about like 5-6 years.
Yeah, so
But
right.
yeah, go
But
ahead.
that's what I'm saying, right? But what I'm saying though is no matter if that person's 20 years old, bro, right, and you're 30, bro, at the end of the fucking day, when you finish off your degree, you think on degree it says how much longer it took you? You think it says it took this person 8 and it took
It just
bro.
says congratulations.
It
and go
don't.
on to the next
Exactly.
day.
So I feel like anything you're trying to do, bro, like right, like you should try to like obviously do it or whatever. So, but that's what I'm saying, bro. So I feel like there's going back to what on the topic that we were touching. I feel like you can still be able to accomplish things. I feel like COVID was very, very awakening. It was for me for sure. Even though I was already in business, but I feel like it sparked up that other thing to like, bro, for sure we got
changes your
the
mindset.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it did that for a lot of people. I feel like I knew some cousins that it did it for them, and I was like, damn, look at them now, and then how everything was, bro. It's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, shit. With that being said, bro, yeah, I mean,
With that too, man, what I look at is like sometimes it's not your turn, right? Because there might be situations, right, where you see your friend and they start their business or they blow up or they become successful in what they're doing earlier than you. There's people that might be like, oh man, how come she got their little deal, their little whatever before I did.
They get discouraged.
They get discouraged.
and
If
it's the
I'm putting in
craziest
this
when you
work.
come from the same neighborhood. We were
Yeah.
talking about that. Remember last podcast we were like trying to talking about trying to feed off each other's energy, your team, your crew. But go ahead, bro.
And a lot of people get discouraged, how you were saying, because you're coming from the same neighborhood, from the same environment, and then somebody else makes it before you, or you make it before them. Then there's animosity, or there's like, I don't
Kind
want
of
to
like they kind of start hating.
Yeah,
at
I
that
mean,
point.
not that they're hating or anything. I mean, it might be hatred,
vibes
right?
are weird.
But the vibes are weird or
Negative
whatever,
energy,
and that's another thing too. I mean, that's why how we were saying earlier, we mentioned like you got to put in the work, right? You got to put in the work with whatever. I mean, what you were saying earlier, how Gary Vee said that his prime wasn't going to be until he's 90, and I think that's a good mindset to
The
have.
hustle
right?
is so separately, brother. The hustle is always so separately.
Yeah, bro. That's kind of one of the things that I wanted to say with that is like, kind of like waiting for your turn. It's like I feel like if you put in that work, bro, you're gonna blow up.
Yeah,
it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
It doesn't have
when
a
you feel-
date ETA of when it's going
That's
to
what
happen.
I'm.
But
That's
if you're
what I
working,
mean. Like, it don't say. It don't
if-
say
if
when
you-
you're done.
yeah.
You did it. I'm
Yeah.
here. We have to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm here now.
If you try and
And what's crazy
and
about
you-
it is it's gonna sneak up on you like
When you least expect it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you weren't even thinking about it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
And that's when it feels the better, bro. Like the best.
Because
You
it
know
just
what I'm
came out
saying?
of
It's like,
nowhere.
yeah.
When you know that it's gonna happen because of your worth ethic. Because I mean, like I feel like I know that we're gonna fucking make because of the worth ethic that we have.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, there's people that just don't expect it. Like you know what I'm saying? But it also depends on you know what I'm saying the amount of person you are, the amount of worth ethic you know what I'm saying you're really putting.
That's why you just.
But yeah, bro, I feel like in anything.
Yeah, man.
Whether it's sports, whether it's soccer, whether my friend failed and I did and he did and
Whether
he has
you
the
wanna
right
go to
shoes.
school
I
or
feel
you
like
don't wanna go to
everything, bro, you
school.
always have like the positive side and you have the negative side in a situation, right? What can you do? This happened to you. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna do something. You're gonna do something positive. I feel like everything is a life decision that you gotta make no matter what happens.
Yeah.
To you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
every decision kind of leads you on your path.
Exactly.
too, bro.
You
It's
got
crazy.
you got a position right now to work lifetime making beats or you know being a producer lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
and
a
it might
decision.
and it might not be that for me, right? And maybe 5 years down the road, I might find something else that I actually really become successful in,
Right.
you know. Of course, my dream and my hopes are to, you know, make it doing beats, you know, get recognized or at least get my sound heard by people that I listen to or that I grew up idolizing or, you know, looking up to, you know. I mean, to me, like I told you earlier, just having you guys hear the damn beats, I'm like, hey, that's badass. Whenever I'm making a beat, bro, I don't know, I think one time y'all were in on a studio session or whatever, and I was making this beat, and I turn and I look at him or I look at Isaiah's or whoever's in the room, and I see them nodding their head, I'm like, yeah, bro, this is making you feel a type of way.
Yeah.
Whether it's a positive way
a
or
feeling
you
you're giving
feel
out.
something, I'm like, dang, like I'm putting my feelings into this thing, and now you're feeling it back through the music or whatever, and you're
bro,
feeling good.
Badass way to
How
think
does-
of it.
Even
yeah.
when we were cleaning shoes, bro, I remember you would be like, "Yo, come through. I'm about to cook up some beats," and I would be in there like, "Bro, it's crazy because when you hear a song, you're like, bro, I wonder how they make this."
Yeah,
and stuff.
bro. That's the,
And then
that's the
to-
first thing I think of.
Yeah, and then to be able to go like, I mean, me just cleaning shoes. I mean, just a youngin'. And to be able to go to roadies and see how actually everything gets made and the process.
It gives
and
you a
stuff like
different
that.
perspective on the actual, like the mainstream songs and the,
Yeah, and I feel
the
like
artists
it.
that are being
I feel
put
like
out.
it sounds even better because you're putting your own touch, you're putting your own
Yeah.
work, and you're making something that you like. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I feel like when artists put songs out, you know, it might not be like a beat that you like or you know a certain verse that you like or whatever. But when you're cooking up your own beats, bro, it's all made you know through personal touch, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like that's what makes.
I mean,
it
it's
really
like
special.
you guys' store, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sneaker stores, but hey, you guys' store is different because y'all set up is the whole Scarface vibe. You know, y'all got y'all's idea to it, and that's what sets you guys apart from other stores, and it makes people come back. Like those customers that were here after closing, you know, they came here for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were calling, they came in here, and they said, hey, we've shopped with you guys before. They came in here and bought, and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody has their own little path. Back to what we were talking about of. Like not all of us making it at the exact same time, but everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own struggle, so you can't really like judge anybody, right? Because my struggle is different from you guys' struggle. You know,
Right.
My path's not gonna be the same path that you guys take, right? And then as far as that goes, man, I mean, you just gotta, like I was telling you earlier with the consumer base, like you just gotta be. I mean, I'm not saying you gotta be nice to everybody because there's gonna be those dicks and those assholes that come and try to shit on your life or piss on your life, right? But I mean, you got to put your best foot forward to try to, you know, push your happiness out on people. Because sometimes, bro, how many times have you noticed somebody that comes in the store or that you see anywhere on the street, and maybe they're having a bad day, and then you might compliment them on the smallest little thing, or you might just kind of like say the
Right. No, yeah.
the
And
nice-
I've had that happen.
you know,
multiple
or you're
times.
having a bad day and
Yeah.
somebody, hey, bro, I really like your shirt. And then you're like, damn, now you feel good about it. And then you go do something good to help somebody out. And you never know the exact, you know, the chain reaction to everything. But you kind of got to realize that, hey, man, your situation might affect
Y'all
somebody
listen
else.
to that? Y'all listen to that podcast? Kevin Gates, I sent y'all about like he was ready to commit suicide, and that day he went to the gym, and then on the way to the gym, somebody came up to him like, "Hey, can I approach you?" And he's like, "Bro, to be honest, you're the only thing that's keeping me, you know, going. I was about to commit suicide."
See what I mean?
Boom.
Damn,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
And it
but I sent
happens-
y'all the podcast. Yeah,
And it
he was on the
happens
podcast.
with the people that you least expect it. Because we might look at Kevin Gates like, oh, bro, this guy's a superstar. You know,
He got money. He got
Yeah,
the cars. He
money.
got the women. He
You know
got
what I
the.
mean?
He got everything.
But we don't
look-
know what he's actually going
Right,
through, bro.
yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, I
It's
feel
just-
like the energy that you put out is the energy that you receive.
Yeah,
back.
bro,
Yeah.
you gotta put out positive energy, and I mean, like I said, I mean, not everybody deserves your positive energy, but most definitely, you gotta, whenever it's due, you gotta give. I mean, you're gonna give it naturally. You know what I mean? Just things like that, right? That's why whenever Isaiah's invited me over, he's like, hey, bro, come to the podcast. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of fucking down. Like, that's kind of cool. Like, I've
Yeah.
never done anything.
No, hell
like
yeah.
this
No, I
before.
appreciate you one
And-
more time coming through, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
It was just something like, cause I feel
What
like,
made you guys want to start doing the podcast? I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure y'all have been
I
asked
remember,
that a
bro, I
lot of
was getting
times.
home and I had texted him. I was like, "Hey, bro, let's do a podcast." And then he was, "I'm down." I don't remember what you said, but I know.
To be
I
honest,
was down
because I
my-
always
my-
looked at podcasts and like it always
then I was
Yeah,
was
like I've
me,
seen
so I
people
was like,
do
I'm
them. You know,
down.
Right.
I watched No Jumper. I watched.
And then, but that was just a
shit.
conversation we had, and then we never really 2 months.
to
passed,
be
we
honest,
probably didn't do
my
anything.
motivation to do a podcast, I remember in school, bro, every school that I went to, they would always bring in motivational speakers, and at first I would always think that it was dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you're young, you're like, oh, these dudes are just
they get boring
talking about smack. To be honest, I'm lucky just to be out of class. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do math problems right now. I'm just listening to this guy speak, so I ain't tripping. I'm gonna just chill. But as I grew older, it was like a lot of people kind of need that motivation.
Yeah,
so
man.
for me, my motivation to do the podcast was
to motivate others.
I kind of want to be a motivational speaker myself. So if I'm able to do that through this podcast and inspire at least one person, then I mean, to be honest, that's my life already made. You know, just to inspire one person. I don't have to inspire 1,000 people, but as long as I inspire one person, that's really what kind of sets it home for me. That's really my goal. It's not just to be on here or to be in front of the camera or anything like that. It's just that's kind of one of the things that I've always wanted to do was motivate and inspire other people. So if I can do that through the podcast, that's what it is.
That's dope, bro. That's dope.
But I mean, that's kind of what kind of. That's why I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, bro, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was clean, bro. I mean, kind of. I mean,
it's different, bro. I mean, think about it.
And not just that, bro. It's like we can sit here, bro, and there's podcasts that are touching $1 million of views, bro. For me, it's like. I mean, bro, I can't really say much. It's just the same exact shit that, you know what I'm saying, bro. Is you wanna try. I'm not trying to change the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to if I can play the exact same role Isaiah wants to play on somebody's life, I'm trying to do the exact same thing. And I'm actually a big. I like to listen to a couple. One of my favorite motivational speakers is Eric Thomas. Tony Robbins is cool. I like Inkin Johnson. And then, bro, I like motivation so much, bro, that when I was working. I was selling shoe cleaner at the kiosk, bro. One of my favorite speeches to listen to, bro, was the freaking Leonardo DiCaprio Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, where he plays Jordan Belfort in Wolf of Wall Street, and he does the cell phone speech. There's no nobility in poverty, bro. That fool says, I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I chose rich every fucking time.
Yep.
Bro. He said, but at least when I show up, I get to show up with a $40,000 suit and a $40,000 watch, and he throws it. You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's one of my, bro. I always would listen to that thing on my way to go work, because we're talking sales, hyping yourself up, bro. And then you go there, it makes you. So yeah, bro. I feel like that, playing back what Isaiah said, bro. It's like that made me feel that type of way. So my job was like, my ears are already fucking going. My mind's at 100. My focus is there. I'm going in there and I'm just killing shit.
Yeah, you have this inspiration.
You see what I'm saying?
In there and get a $40,000.
So the way that podcast, you know what I'm saying, spoke to me was very good. I mean, I feel like there's different ways you can, also speak to somebody, like music. I feel like that's a good, music. There's music that can make you feel good. There's music that makes you feel like, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's music that makes you feel like just get crunk. I feel like there's so many ways to spread the
not just music or podcasts, but even like art, sneakers,
art. Bro, I've heard
clothing,
the NFTs,
bro.
The way NFTs is bringing shit together.
NFTs,
and that's what we decided. Well, I mean, shit, none of us are singers. You know what I'm saying? So we thought we're not going to make music.
I was in choir my freshman year.
So me too. I was in choir 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
And then no wonder you're singing the girls.
You want to know what's crazy?
And then,
you're talking about choir.
You did choir, bro?
No, bro, I didn't do nothing none
nothing
of my electives were music, bro. It was always
to be honest, bro, I
wanted
wanted to be in art, but they put me in choir because they ran out of space.
Yeah, I think I always chose art. I don't know.
Easy as elective, though.
Hey, if I'm gonna be real with y'all, when I was in 6th grade, I went to Travis and Irving. My first couple of months when I first got there, I said, "What the fuck is chore?"
Wait, what?
Because it's CHOIR.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What the fuck is chore?" You know what I'm saying? Bro, I was like,
chores.
I got chores. I was like, fuck no, bro. I was like, I barely do them in my crib. What the fuck am I gonna be doing?
Hey, your dad shows up with all your clothes. And shit. He's like, hey, bro, this is
bro. Hey, wait. You know what I mean? I promise you, dog. I was like, what the fuck is chore, dog? And then I started going to the class.
When you showed up to the class, they had you singing and shit. You was like, oh, what the hell is this?
This
is even worse than chores.
I'd rather do chores. Nah, for real, bro. No, I'm serious. Nah, that shit was a real shit story. But yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, this podcast I feel like was, very connecting. And I feel like just today I was at the gym and then I had this guy, bro. And then he was like, bro, are you one of the owners? I was like, I've been watching you, bro, on YouTube too. And I'm like, bro.
Oh,
so
no
he's
shit.
been watching.
That's badass.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that it's happened, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool, bro, because they're watching, they're listening. We've had some people swipe up and like, you know what I'm saying, like, and just like the, you know, like it, bro. We think that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, people do reach out that they listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, bro, you guys be spitting facts and stuff like that. And it's like, it gives you like one of those feelings that is kind of unreal because, like I just told you, you know, I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. So to be able to have somebody be like, oh, you know, you guys inspire me to chase my dreams. And it doesn't only have to be sneakers, but, you know.
It could be anything.
It could be anything, yeah.
Or sometimes people just want to have a conversation to listen into, bro. You got to think about a lot of the times when you guys have each other here, right? I might have my coworkers, you know, my family or my friends, right? But there's a lot of people that don't have anybody, bro. There's a lot of people that literally, you know, they might go to work and yeah, they have their coworkers, but they're not sitting there conversating or you know. So a lot of people might listen in just to feel like they're a part of the conversation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's a plus. Bro.
And that's
kind of one of the things that you always say, bro. It's like, you know, since you kind of live like on your own, you always tell me, you're like, bro, to be honest, I don't even speak my first words till like 1 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, bro, you don't say
Oh,
shit
yeah,
till like
yeah,
8 o'clock,
yeah,
like
yeah.
till 1
Yeah.
p.m. Like, it's been 8 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can say this damn word in this bitch.
but to have like that podcast, it kind of feels like you're in that conversation, even though if you're not saying nothing yourself.
Or we
you could
can't
be
hear you
something.
saying anything. But
Yeah. But, you know, you're still kind of like, oh, well, you know, that kind of ties into
That's
what I'm
true,
trying
bro.
to, like, I'm kind of living through or you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes you feel like you're in that conversation. So you're just listening, just to listen. And that's that free game and stuff like that, bro. So, I mean, I feel like a podcast is very, you know what I'm saying, beneficial and not only.
in many ways,
In many ways, bro.
I mean, of course, it promotes you guys' business for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, you know what? I think our first podcast was about the shoe store. And other than that, like, I don't really think we even talk about. I mean, we mentioned a couple of things.
Nah, low-key,
but
our last podcast, we did talk about the store.
Did we?
Yeah.
But
Our last
yeah.
podcast,
You're right.
we
You're right.
did talk about the store.
But it
quite a
wasn't.
bit.
Yeah. But it wasn't really like
was a catch-up
sneakers. It
podcast.
was a cat. You're right. But it wasn't
yeah.
really like, oh, we've been buying so many sneakers, or
Yeah.
we've been gotten all this selection. You know, I mean,
Well, you
did.
guys have your YouTube page for that, no? Yeah, do the.
Yeah,
the-
correct. And that's also another thing too. That's another way I feel like we get through people is our YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? Just to create good content. And I feel like what you get from that, again, like I watch YouTubers, it's like, you know what I'm saying? The way, I mean, just even what they're doing puts you in a mood. You see what I'm saying? Like we have comments on our YouTube channel talking about like, bro, this is good content, hella funny. Or you guys are cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's just even, that's another way I feel like we get through connect with people is through that YouTube channel. Bro, like, you know, other than that, bro, I mean, we're shit. Every time we go to a sneaker show, bro, we kind of chop it up with like at least half the show because
you gotta learn game from others.
yeah, that, bro, and then just from people saying what's up, like, you know what I'm saying, it's been real humbling, bro. As the more shows we go to, it's like the more, you know what I'm saying, more people actually start to recognize and know us.
Bro,
and
the
actually
most,
wanna have a
bro,
conversation.
the most shocking thing, like, I mean, I don't want to say shocking because it's not impossible, but when we see people wearing our stuff, bro, at the shows,
Yeah.
I've seen
that's-
people wearing.
bro.
I've seen people wearing the I don't know which shirt. It was
Hoodies, hats.
like that one, but I think it's like green or something. I don't know. But I saw somebody wearing.
It has the Dallas on the back,
Yeah.
the skyline. Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Oh,
sold
that's the
out, bro,
hoodies.
fast.
I saw
Like
somebody
this.
wearing your shirt, and I'm like, hey. I mean, I didn't go up to them because I just saw them, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, bro,
Damn,
that's
that's what's
badass.
up.
Bro,
That's
just
homeboy shit,
today,
right?
bro, we were
Yeah.
driving from picking up my meal prep. Me and I just were in the truck. And bro, I just randomly happened to look over, my windows down, and I see somebody wearing a black global hat.
Our global trucker
Bro,
hat.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that's what, bro, like,
that's badass though.
we
bro.
not, you know what I'm saying? We like I said, if it was somebody around here, like the Grand Prairie
we
Island,
were kind of
somebody
like
we
on
see-
the other side of town.
Yeah,
type
bro,
stuff,
we were like, yeah, you know who the hell? But bro, it was just it was cool, bro. It's been dope. Honestly, it's been dope. So I kind of get that same feeling, bro, that you get.
Yeah.
Is that, and it's
For
more.
them to even want to pick up that hat like in the morning, and be like, oh, this is my fit.
Yeah,
why
that- you know what I mean?
You see what I'm
it's
saying?
like-
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So a lot of it also has to do with more like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, bro, like you think you wearing something cool and like, and that's cool and everything, but you don't just know how you kind of made me feel in a way. Like, bro,
Yeah,
that's
that kind of
exactly.
makes
like you
you
think I speak to you, bro. You just spoke to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me seeing you rap, because I'm like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not only did they support the business, but hey, bro, you're actually wearing it
yeah,
out.
you know what I'm saying?
know what I mean?
Like, we
But
created
to be honest, I
something-
mean, whenever you were like, oh, yo, you wearing like your hat or whatever, like the fact that he didn't recognize you was kind of like even a little bit better because he was like he bought it because he genuinely liked it, not because of who we are or what the story is.
Because he didn't pull up next to us. Like he honestly didn't even understand what he was like. We were trying to tell him. He ended up staying behind. He might have gotten a little scared off.
Like, what the hell?
But
trying to take my hat.
But I agree. That's actually
but for him to buy it because he genuinely likes how the hat looks and what it says and stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of better than for him to buy it just because you know who we are or what we are.
Because there's sometimes where we go to like stores as well, and they're like, "Oh, you guys work at Global," so they just think that we're wearing like, but they know what Global is. They don't know who we are, and that's fine. That's not what. I'm not here for my face to get known. I'm here for the Global brand to get known.
Brand,
you see what I'm saying? And so they were like, "Yo, y'all work at Global." I was like, "Yeah, bro." So, bro, that's badass, bro. The way it makes me feel, the way, bro, it's very humbling, bro.
That's badass,
it's you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo.
To even be recognized, you know, that's kind of like one of the things that I feel like everybody strives for.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
of
saying?
course.
Because I feel like if you were to ask 100 people if they would rather be rich than famous, I feel like 60% of them would rather say they would rather be famous, bro.
Really?
I feel like they would rather be famous. Bro.
I think I'd rather be rich. Would you rather be rich or famous, Gilbert?
Obviously, the you know, the smart person would say they want to be rich, and the ambitious person would say that they would want to be rich. But for like the people that just kind of live life, you know, routinely, they would rather say they want to be famous, bro. Think about it.
I feel like that's true. I feel like that's. I mean, that's definitely true, and I can understand why you also say that because I mean, bro.
Because I feel like they think that with fame comes all the other things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and I think that's true. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because especially with a lot of the way technology and Instagram and TikTok is right now, it's like it almost makes you feel like if you ain't got more than 100K followers, you really ain't shit. Or if you ain't verified, you ain't really ain't shit. You see what I'm saying?
But just like you said, like freaking Kevin Gates, bro. I mean, he's probably a millionaire. He got all these cars, you know what I'm saying, all these girls or whatever. But you know, for him to want to commit suicide even though he has all that kind of shows you it's like, bro, I mean, the fame don't really mean nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you're not like able to keep yourself, you know, mentally healthy.
That's what I was saying. So no, but I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, cause bro, it's crazy like how something can, you know, really make you feel. Honestly, bro, one thing that helps me a lot, I feel like, because I've gone through that shit. Like, I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah, bro. We all.
You know what I'm saying? We like, if I point at the next person and ask them that they haven't, they lying. Straight up, you a liar. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like one thing that's helped me out a lot also, bro, is sometimes I do like to talk to myself.
Yeah, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Talk to yourself.
I'm having an
advice?
employee meeting. Self-employee. I'm having an employee meeting. No, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, bro, it's just too good to just kind of talk to yourself and try to. Hey, bro, honestly, bro, do you guys ever practice something you're gonna say and then you just don't you don't say that whenever you have that conversation and with nothing the way you fuck that shit's funny as hell.
It's because I feel like when you prepare for something, and when you think it's gonna happen, it doesn't happen until like an unexpected moment, and then like once you're done,
it throws you off.
Yeah. So you don't even say what you want to say.
It kind of fucking throws you off, bro.
And then after you're like, damn, I should have said this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I should have said what I wanted to say. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like just moments just happen, things that happen. Like I said, everything's already there. Like you know what I'm saying? You can't try to also force something.
That's why I feel like keeping everything natural is best, because I feel like whenever you keep it natural, you say whatever's on your mind. You don't
of course.
Like you say, you don't practice, you don't try to script nothing or nothing like that. You know, you say what's straight up on your mind, so the person that you're talking to actually knows how you feel about a certain situation.
Yeah, man, bro. Well, shit. Another thing I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we wearing these jackets.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? We wearing these flags. Y'all probably like, why are they wearing this exact same hoodie? And Drew, I know you ain't really said much. Are you awake?
He has sleep behind the glasses.
Talk a little bit, bro. What exactly are we wearing here? What is it?
Yeah,
you're designing from France.
Well, we were actually supposed to get these before the winter storm, but we were actually just adding some new designs, man. You know, different outcome. But these are nice, man. It has the 214, you know, obviously from.
These are samples, right?
Samples.
These are samples.
Yes, these are all sample jackets. They're gonna drop limited releases only. I think we have like one of each size only. But we are getting some varsity jackets that look a little different from these. So these, like I said, are gonna be an exclusive. So if you're able to cop one of these, make sure you keep it for a long time because the price going up.
Yeah, man. No, but they
Surprise.
they really are
Surprise.
dope though. That is, we're showing shit. I think did we show them the back already? I'll show them.
Yeah, stand up, bro. Go
Like,
ahead.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying,
Let them know
real
what's
quick.
up. Damn.
Hey, these hoes are clean.
Let
as
them
fuck.
know the details. Let them know the
They're icy.
details.
They're pretty clean, bro. But
Very comfortable. Keeps you very warm.
yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying. We about to drop these. So y'all stay dropped with these. Another thing we want to talk about real quick, man. For those of you, the PS5, because I know this video will be out before the end of the month. So the PS5 raffle end of the month. Remember, each ticket is $5. Gets you a free entry to the PS5. A pair of socks gets you 3 tickets. Socks $15. $15. So man, oh, and then the Keymaster. We had a winner yesterday.
We
I
did
want to
have a
speak a
winner.
little bit on that, bro, as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the Keymaster
Go ahead.
kid, bro, that if we can just be honest here, like, you know, 100% honest, obviously, you know, we barely had that Keymaster for a month. You know, it was down for a while. We fixed it. And you know what I'm saying? So we were still trying to make it work, and we thought we had said it right, and we didn't, which is okay. It was an honest mistake, you can say. Some kid came in here, came one, and it wasn't just any kid, you know what I'm saying? Not that, and this is how much we really pay deep attention into our customers and to the people that walk in here. That this, you know, this is also somebody that constantly comes, doesn't spend the bag. We don't expect them to. That's not what we're about, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He comes in here and then, bro, you know, he just kind of always just chops it up with us. I think he's been here to every pop-up event we've probably thrown.
He was
done.
He
Came for the Halloween.
He's
He
always
came for the,
come. Yeah, he's always
when
come
we
since
opened.
since the grand opening.
So
Bro,
Vic's
yes.
one of your bigger supporters.
Yeah, I mean,
that?
I wouldn't, bro,
No,
I wouldn't
to
say
be honest,
bigger supporter.
yeah.
But I mean, it makes
he
you
comes
feel
in
that
here,
way.
yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying is like what the point across
I
is
feel
that,
like he kind of gives more like emotional support.
Yeah,
But
bro,
see,
like,
that's always
to
a
me,
good
it's
thing.
like
too,
we really
Yeah.
feel like
To
bro,
me,
we're
it's
making an
more
impact in
important
his
than
life.
like I was telling you yesterday, bro, at your store. I was saying like, you know, for me, it's better for him to show emotional support than for him to come spend the bag one day and never come back
And never
again.
come back
you know
again.
what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, you catch that.
So,
We got
yeah.
a picture together, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But for him to come to the store and admire it every single time and be like, oh, you guys added this, like for him to notice the new stuff and for him to be like, oh, you guys have grown so much,
bro,
you know,
that is freaking
yeah,
dope. Like,
it's
that's
crazy.
the amount of freaking appreciation, bro. So, anyways, right? So we were,
Yeah.
bro. We saw him. We were like, bro, and he won. He won a pair of J Balvin's. I think. How much did he put? $15.
So what's funny is he had at first he had put $5 and then after the $5, you know, he didn't win, and then he asked me, he was like, because I had recognized, I was like,
Yeah.
bro, well, how you doing, whatever, and at first, you know, he was looking at the shirts, and then he was like, is y'all's Keymaster working? I was like, yeah. So he put in the $5 and he ended up not winning anything, and then he was like, can I play again or do I have to wait till tomorrow or whatever? Because he thought like once you play once, like you can't play again.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, nah, bro, go ahead. And he was like, bro, I've been eyeing these J Balvin's, bro, ever
No
since.
way. He
ever
said that.
since-
He said that.
He was like, I've been eyeing
Whoa.
these J Balvin's ever since y'all opened.
Were they
And
his size?
so, huh?
Were they his size?
He was a size 10. They were 9.5.
Oh, that's
But
perfect.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
they
perfect.
they still fit.
Bro,
And
okay, go
so he started playing, and I'm over here, you know, walking the store and making sure all the customers are good. And then out of nowhere, I hear one of the employees like, yo. And I turn, and my boy William, he's just like, yo, I just won. And so I run over to the Keymaster, and
The shoes falling.
yeah, you know, sure enough, you know, the shoes, you know, they fell or whatever. And, you know, he was so hype and stuff. And he was like, man, my mom, like my parents are not going to believe I would just won these for $15. And I was like, bro, you really want some $800 shoes for $15? And he was like, bro, my parents are going to make me return these and stuff like that. He's like, do you mind if I record a video to make sure I won? And I was like, yeah, bro. And I was like, because he follows us on Instagram. So, and I recorded him that he won. So I was like, bro, if anything, just show him like the video that I recorded, you know, that you won and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
But for him to always come in and show constant,
Bro,
you know,
it's-
support, for him to win, bro, I feel like that was,
He
you
deserved
know,
the
the
shoes.
perfect person to
Yeah,
win.
that's what I meant, bro. Yeah, like I want, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to see more winners, and believe me, we're gonna see more winners, bro. It was just, I guess, for the first shoe, to the person that it happened, to somebody that's been here since day one, supporting us, a customer that we've kind of just grown with. Like, again, bro, I feel like we pay attention to all our customers. We treat our customers with so much respect, so much love. And it was just, I feel like it really meant something, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like if we, and the fact that I wasn't here, but obviously I because of this emotion that he brings out, I know how I could have just
Yeah, he
seen
was
it.
hella hype.
I'm excited to see what we're gonna see from other customers. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? For people that come in here, because he put in 15. One person, all it takes is $1. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't. I remember I won some shoes one time off a T-shirt place. It was like Chicago for the shirt was $25. So it could be more, it could be less. Of what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? And I was still like it was a royal blue or whatever. So, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. So the Keymaster is another thing we wanted to talk about, man. Y'all come try y'all's luck here, bro. And shit.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, we like my boy Vic said, we didn't have the Keymaster up and running for too much, probably like 2-3 weeks before, well, like a week or two before it broke down. But I mean, now it's back up. Like I said, my boy William won. But I mean, we gonna wrap up this podcast. Shout out to my boy Brody for pulling up. Like I said, he is y'all's plug for cell phones, beats, anything y'all need. My boy Brody gonna hook y'all up. You want to go ahead and plug on all your socials, bro?
Yeah. So if you want to get at me for beats, you can follow my Instagram page at RodyOG. It's Rody_OG. And then you can come to our store. We're located inside the Irving Mall. Our store is called R&R Wireless. We'll hook you up with any device you want. If you want a PS5, Xbox, headphones, Apple Watches, AirPods, any iPhone.
Make sure to tell them boys that Global sent you, though.
Yeah, if you tell them that Global sent you, we'll give you a free case and a tempered glass for your device.
Hey, free case and tempered glass if y'all tell them Global sent you, man.
If Global sent y'all. Just come check us out. Even if you don't shop, come check our store out. Show us some support. Yeah, thank you guys for having me, man.
Nah, bro, I appreciate you coming, bro, once again, bro. One thing,
and I appreciate this fly-ass jacket.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Oh, yeah, that is, that's a sample, so you get in there, bro. Definitely. Don't resell it.
Oh, don't resell it. Don't worry.
Let me find out that boy gonna be on StockX.
Don't resell it. And bro,
unreleased.
No, but you know what I'm saying, bro. I wish you nothing but success. Not just this year. You're to the rest of you keep that same energy. I feel like you can do whatever you can.
Yeah,
you put your mind to in this world. So just fucking keep pushing,
man.
bro. I appreciate you coming through,
same
man.
back to you guys.
And bro, we hope.
I feel like you give off a cool vibe. So I mean, those vibes are just gonna come back to you.
Yeah, bro. Hopefully.
Good karma, bad karma. I always remember that, big dog.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
You want to say?
Nothing much, man. I appreciate you guys for having me. Much success to you guys. I really like y'all store layout. These jackets are fly.
Appreciate that.
Looking forward to, hopefully they'll get on another podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we can
part two
definitely get back.
Maybe I'll start a podcast.
Hey, yes, sir.
But yeah,
Hey, bro.
man.
Do it.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
Sounds good, man. Without further ado,
All right,
bro,
man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. We're on all the platforms, Apple Podcasts. We're also in Spotify. And follow our YouTube channel. Follow our Instagram, man. Let's get it.
Global out. Let's get it.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Vic coming at you from Global Sneakers. You listening to Global Talk. Catch us every Monday. We'll be talking about sneakers, industry, trying to get some special guests in here. Let's get it, y'all.
Make sure y'all tune in. We are having all the guests, and we are doing giveaways through the podcast too, man.
It's your boy Drew 2IC. You listening to our podcast where we talk about knowledge, the sneaker culture, talk about the game, how it goes. Global Talk every Monday. Y'all tune in.